My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Risk of Rain. Alright, we're going to start a new run with Han D. Okay, so it's definitely apparent at this point in the 1.2 update that some things are off-centered. Look how Han D is sitting there. Actually, specifically, also, look at the boxes around the words here. Yeah, it's a little off, but you know, those are the things you fix later. I'm going to go into Rainstorm with Han D, and we're going to try and have a decent Han D run. And that's not to say that we don't usually have decent Han D runs, it's just it's been a long time since I've had a decent Han D run. And now that we're in update 1.2, I want to see if there's any items that are benefiting specifically the Handyman. Oh, sorry, the Handyman. My apologies. Oh my god. I can't believe I pronounced that wrong. Now, there's been 2 changes made directly to Han D as far as I'm aware. And that's the forced reassembly, which is this one, has been changed from 400% damage to 500% damage. So that's excellent. I believe that's just 500% of its base damage. And also, I think this one's a bug fix, but after death, he cannot launch his drones anymore. Because you could... Well, I mean, you were kind of still counted as alive previously in this game. I know that sounds weird. When you were dead, you were kind of still alive. Because you could still jump. And you could still do a bunch of other stuff. It was weird. It was weird. But, you know, it was still a good game. So, no reason talking about, like, the tiny little bugs like that. But it was kind of weird. It seems like in a lot of different characters, they've fixed cases like that where you could use abilities after death state. Okay, I'm traveling along the bottom here. That's probably a bad idea, because traveling along top, you always can drop down to the bottom. But traveling along the bottom, ascending to the top is very much more time consuming. I want to come back for that 50 chest, and considering the size of the map, I'm probably definitely Ryan. Those are just words that didn't need to be said, probably definitely. I'm very likely to come back to this position at some point. Why are you playing in Rainstorm is probably a good question, considering I've beaten Monsoon with Han D. Well, good question, me. I'll answer that. I'm a little rusty, to be honest, with Han D, and I'm a little rusty in the game in general, and also there's new things in the game, so I figure that my chances for success with Han D in Monsoon are nil to nada to the bubkiss, so I'm probably better served by giving you gameplay at a bit of a lower skill level, but with a bit of a higher success level. And I hope you'll agree with me there. If you don't, then, you know, if I win this episode, I'll probably do Han D on Monsoon next episode, so you can tune in with that. Of course, if I don't win this episode, then I'm probably going to do Rainstorm again. And the only way to figure out if I win this episode is to watch until the very end. Oh, yes, that's right. I have sorted it out in a way that is win-win for me. Mwahaha. I'll have all the views in no time. Oh, great. I just got an update on... Oh, that's a really good item. Just because it's got such a low cooldown. I just got an update on Steam that said there is a update available for Sniper Elite. I think that's Sniper Elite 2, but they didn't say 2. So I'm going to guess that there is an update for Sniper Elite number 1, the one that came out on... Holy shit! Alright, so I'll tell you what the problem was there. My finger moved over a little bit, so I was hitting the T button trying to slap the ground and spank the dudes. And instead of slapping the ground and spanking the dudes, what I ended up doing was kind of spanking my own ass and slapping my own face against my ass. It was very acrobatic. It was athletic as well. Honestly, you had to be there to see it. It was crazy. It was all-consumingly beautiful. God damn it! Where is this teleporter? Because there's all the items that I want to get over this side of the map. Now, the reason that it's not too annoying to farm a few dudes at the very start with Han D, like to stand still and do it, is because it gives me the ability to move through the rest of the level at a much quicker pace. because I have drones. So I can just punch enemies while I'm walking past them and then just kill them, or finish them off, rather, with my drones. Come on, kill it. Oh, if that killed it, I would have been able to go back, get 50 chests, and then continue with the rest of the level. Oh my god. Wow, Ryan, what happened? You used to have fingers. I mean, you didn't used to be good at the game, but you used to at least have fingers. It's like you weren't good at riding a bike, but you had legs. What's wrong with you? Alright, let's get the 50 and then just straight to the, Oh, nice! It's the newer item! Okay, so now we're moving 80% faster when we're out of combat for 1.5 seconds. Now, I'm not certain what count... okay, activating an ability counts as combat. Okay, so now actually spamming my E to move around the map when I'm not in combat is a bad idea, whereas before it was what you wanted to do constantly as Handy. This is pretty good. I still think I'd prefer to just stack goat hooves, to be honest. But this plus goat hooves... I want to know if they stack additively, sorry. Or if they stack multiplicatively. Fuck. Okay, I know that that's a word because I've seen it written. I just don't, like... I'm trying to piece together the smaller parts of that word in my mind. Multiplicatively. And it's not coming out in a way that seems vaguely English. Which is the language I'm going for, by the way. If you thought I was speaking some sort of Urdu, then, you know, that's weird. But also probably closer to English than what I'm actually speaking, so I guess congrats. Alright. Fucking sand crabs ended my last run. If they do it again... Oh god, there will be hell to pay. Which just means like a really bad to pay. Bang! Oh, come on, that didn't get the magma worm? Alright. Fuck everything magma worm. Ooh, yes, tough times. Excellent. So we're going to become a bit of a tanky, powerhousey typey thing. Bonk. Okay. So I am going to leave this area just because I have this incredible movement speed and because I know there to be... Oh, that's really good. Oh, that's not so much. But yeah, because I know there to be specifically easy to access item boxes elsewhere on the level. I'm not going to go for... Actually, I'll play it once. Excellent. That's pretty good. Actually, considering my attack speed, it's actually not. Okay, so there's going to be 2 items over here. Both of them should be 25. The one up the top. Not this, by the way. Oh, man, I'm getting a lot of items that are good with tanking. So Tough Times reduces damage taken by 14%. It's basically armor. And then Bitter Root increases our maximum health percentage to basically 108% of what it was. So it increases it by 8%. I mean, it's probably the way I should have phrased that. Okay. That's a shame. I probably am gonna get enough gold to go back there. Yeah, I mean, it's worth it. I'm not gonna spend it anywhere else. Okay. Now, I can probably just send these off, actually, to finish off the remaining enemies. Oh, you fucking kidding me. Please kill 2 of the enemies. Thank you. Give me the gold. Give me the gold. Give me the gold. There we go. Oh, yes. Will-o'-the-wisp. So that's going to be pretty good. When I used Force Reassembly to kind of cleave a whole bunch of enemies in twain, then then the Will-o'-the-Wisp might activate on one of them and cause it to blow up and cause a chain reaction that will finally destroy the Earth. Skynet finally wins. That's ultimately my goal as Handy. To achieve the end goal of Skynet. Which was... Like, was it like in the Terminator films, was it straight up kill all humans, or was it kind of more like iRobot, where they wanted to control all humans for their own safety? I know it wasn't like iRobot, but what was their reasoning for kill all humans? Because all I can remember is, hasta la vista, baby, talk to the hand. Right, that's, ooh, man, fast teleporter. All I can remember are those kind of, you know, Arnie catchphrases. That's it. Seriously, you could ask me anything about the films, and I'd be like, yeah, Arnie said this at that point. That's about it. That's all I've got. Whoa! What? Okay, chill. Chill, dude. That was... rude? You're a rude dude for that, I think. Excellent. Now, you might wonder why I'm only going for Dried Lake, and that's because Dried Lake is easier. Oh, yes. I'm not even going to hide behind, you know, a veil. I'm not going to say, oh, yes, no, Dried Lake is just a strategic advantage that I wish to ascertain. No, it's easier, and I like things to be less difficult so that I can try and make you all think that I'm good at the game. Whereas, you know, obvious reality would show that I'm not. It's kind of like with Hearthstone, where I tricked a lot of people into thinking that I'm good with Hearthstone when I went 12 wins. And then from that moment on, I've done nothing but suck. That was my plan 111 episodes ago now, when I started that series, to go well once and trick everyone into thinking I was good at the video game. If I get the Colossal Knurl from this dude, I'm gonna be colossally thankful, because it's increased health, increased armor, increased health regeneration, and all of those are particulars for a good Handy run. So this dude's just stepping all over me. Usually the way you beat Colossus as Handy is Colossus has a bunch of dudes spawn around him, and while you kill Colossus, you kill those dudes, and then you get all the drones that you get from those dudes, and they give you all of their health to kill Colossus, but sometimes he doesn't spawn anyone on your levels, so you don't kill anyone on your levels, so instead of killing all of the dudes, you die. Like that. Fucking lame. I'm okay now. So, furthermore, I need to... I realized that there was going to be a sentence there, and then suddenly, no sentence there. It's the type of thing that you'd enter into Microsoft Word, and it would say, this is a sentence fragment, and I'd be like, it's not even that, motherfucker. It's nothing. It's sounds just escaping my mouth while I'm trying to think. Which, honestly, should be the name for my whole channel, sounds escaping my mouth while I'm trying to think. It's pretty much the basis of all of my commentary, to be honest with you. But to be fair, isn't it the basis of all human interactions? Yes. No, it's not. It's one of those points where someone's trying to seem faux deep. Oh yes, but in a way, isn't all human life like that? Yes, quite. No, it isn't, you tosser. Name's probably Jean Patrick or something like that. How dare you? Okay. I'm not... Alright, so I'm not going to mention what school I went to or what type of school it was, but let me just say, there were a lot of people in there that were possessed of the idea that they were of a higher intelligence than they were. Which, while I say that sentence, I realize, shit, that sentence was phrased in such a way that I probably seem like one of those people. But there were people way worse than me. Actually, while I was in that school, it was a high school. While I was in that school, I was kind of like that as well. Right, I was a bit up myself, a bit arrogant, or at the very least, more arrogant and more up myself. But there would be people that would just... Have you ever, it's really difficult to explain for me, or articulate right now, but have you ever seen people explain something and you know that what they just said to you is straight out of a thesaurus? Like, they went and researched those words so that they would seem smart when they said it? That kind of, faux intellectual posing. There was a lot of that in my school. On no small part, me. right? I recently rediscovered a blog that I wrote while I was in high school, and it is the cringiest shit that I've ever seen in my goddamn life. Oh, it's atrocious. It's so bad. Like, oh, I wish I had passages of it, but as soon as I found it, I told my best friend what the site was, and I let him go have a look at it, and then I deleted it forever. Like, I nuked it from the web. I deleted the posts, and then, like, hard deleted that, and then deleted the website, just so that there would be no remains. But it was so fucking cringy. Like, it was... I think this is the easiest way to explain it. It stank of trying way too fucking hard. And I don't even know what got me onto this subject, but I think... Oh, right, yeah, people who do the kind of, oh, but isn't that how life is, Hannah? Oh, yes. Aren't I so clever with this stupid nihilistic point that I'm trying to push? Yes, aren't I so clever? The first man ever to think of solipsism. Oh, God. We had so many people like that. Oh, it hurts. It hurts to remember because it reminds me, I was one of them. And I was probably, I don't know, I might have been the worst. I thought I was the top shit. God. I constantly get those feelings where you remember, okay, so this is something that is explained by, like, everyone everywhere as a phenomenon that just constantly happens to everyone everywhere. But, you know, when you remember that one moment, and you should know it from me saying that one moment. You know that one stupid thing you said or did that you can't ever forget? That when you're feeling like a little bit anxious, it pops into your mind and you're like, dude, I'm a fucking idiot. I am such an idiot. Because you said that one thing 12 years ago. I get that constantly with like almost every conversation after I have it. It reminds me of a tweet by Anthony Birch, which is, I really enjoy conversations, but what I really enjoy the most about them, I really enjoy conversations. What I enjoy the most about them are the 3 hours afterwards where I painstakingly analyze everything I said. And I think he may have worked in something about working himself into a nervous rage. But, yeah. Oh, it's just constant. And it's been happening way more often since I found that blog. Because it's just proof that everything that I thought other people might have, like, perceived bad about me during those times, completely fucking accurate. And anyone that is still my friend having known me during that time is just an absolute saint. Oh my god, they can't have been doing that for their own pleasure, right? They're clearly doing it for my sake. Now, at 3 deaths, and I'm feeling very awkward considering the conversation topic that I have backed myself into the corner of, I'm actually going to go back to the menu and say that my name has been Rhapsody, and the name of the game has been Risk of Rain. We've been on update 1.2. We've been playing the character Han D. We found no new items except for that red whip, which is badass. When you're out of combat for 1.5 seconds, it increases your movement speed by 80%. We're going to be back next time, 2 days from now, with another, 2 days from now, probably, it depends. There's a schedule video. If you go to my October channel update, you'll be able to find a schedule and I explain it, and all's good in Love and War. In that video, you'll be able to find out everything you need to know. Anything else that you need to know can be included in the comments below that video or this video or any video, and I'll collect them all and make a Q&A question and answer video, which is basically a question and answer video. Regardless, my name's been Rhapsody. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourself. If you have, please click a like. It helps me get my content out to new people, and that's really cool. If you disliked it, click dislike. That's cool too, but I will warn you, that also helps me get my content out to new people. If you want to see more, there's a playlist down in the description below, but short of that, hopefully you've been enjoying yourself, and we'll see you next time.